Here are the video solutions for NCFE Functional Skills Maths Level 1. This is Section A, which is the non-calculator section, and this is Practice Paper 1. So let's get started. Let's take a look at question 1A. We can just home in on this bit here, which is what is a half of 24? Well, a half of 24, that is 24 divided by 2, which is 12. So part B, how much will it cost for 2 boxes of the tea bags? So it's £24 per box, buy one, get one half price. So the first box is 24, the second one is 12, that's presumably why they've asked us to calculate a half of 24, and £24 plus £12 is £36. Part C, Mel buys 2 boxes of tea bags with the special offer, calculate the price per tea bag. Okay, so the cost is £36, and how many tea bags do we get? Well, there's 1200 in a box, so it's going to be 2 times by 1200. 12 times 2 is 24, so 2400 or 2400 tea bags. So 2400 tea bags cost £36, so one tea bag is going to cost £36 divided by 2400. Now, since we want the answer in pence, it makes sense to turn £36 into pence, which is 3,600 pence. Okay, so our calculation is 3,600 pence divided by 24,000. Now, what we're going to have to do here is just simplify the division. Remember, we could, if this was a fraction, you wouldn't hesitate to simplify it. And remember that this line of a fraction does mean divide, so this is the same as this. So what we can do is we can chop off the 2 zeros top and bottom. So 36 divided by 24 is exactly the same calculation. And now we can divide both of these numbers by 2. So running out of spaces, so that's the same as 18 divided by 12, and that is the same as dividing by 2 again, 9 divided by 6, and we can divide both these numbers by 3, so that's the same as 3 divided by 2. Now 3 divided by 2, how many 2's get into 3? 1 and a half, so 1.5 pence. So some fiddly division at the end there, but it works out as 1.5p per tea bag. A mug of tea contains about 20 millilitres of milk. How many 20 millilitre servings are there in a litre? Well, we need to think of 1 litre as 1,000 millilitres. So how many 20 millilitres are there in 1,000? Well, what is 1,000 divided by 20? That is the same as 100 divided by 2. Again, just simplifying the division like we did before. So that is 50. So 50 servings. 5 kilos of sugar costs £3.20 and contains 1,000 teaspoons. So how much does 1 teaspoon cost? Well, it doesn't really matter the weight, that's got nothing to do with it. So it's going to be £3.20 divided by 1,000. Now in terms of pounds, if we're dividing this by 1,000, we're going to get a really tiny amount. So I would turn this into pence. So 320 pence divided by 1,000, and we do need to give an answer in pence, so this would make sense. So dividing by 1,000 means we are going to move the decimal point 3 positions, because there are 3 zeros in 1,000. Now 320 is 320.0. We might want to put some zeros in front so it's more obvious where this decimal point is going to land when we move it 3 positions. So 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be 0, 0, 0.3200. Well, we don't need those zeros at the end, and we only need this 0 here. These other 2 can go away, so that is 0.32 pence. Okay, so we want to work out the total cost for a mug of tea, so 1 tea bag. Now we've already worked out what 1 tea bag is, that's 1.5p. A teaspoonful of sugar is 0.32 pence, and 20 millilitres of milk. Okay, so we know that 1,000 millilitres is 50 pence, and we've got 20 millilitres, and we know from a previous question that that is 50 times less than 1,000. So what is 50p divided by 50? Well, that is 1p. So it's going to cost 1 pence for the milk. So the total cost is going to be 1.5 plus 1 plus 0.32. So that is 2.5 plus 0.32, 282. So 2.82 pence. You might want to round it and call that 3p perhaps.
Okay, so 1G, including staff and overheads, the total cost of making a mug of tea is 80p. Mel charges 55% more. How much does Mel charge for a mug of tea in the cafe? Okay, so first of all, we need to work out what is 55% of 80 pence. So I would see 55% as a mixture of 50% and 5%. Now 50% is half. Half of 80p is 40p. And if I know that 50% is 40p, then 5% is going to be 4p. If you don't follow why, well, 5% is 10 times less than 50%, so therefore it's going to be 10 times less than 40p, and 40 divided by 10 is 4p. So therefore 55% is 44p. So therefore, how much does she charge for a mug of tea? Well, it's going to be the cost of making a mug of tea, which is 80p, plus 44p, and 80 pence plus 44 pence. If you need to do a column method, then go ahead. 0 plus 4 is 4, 8 plus 4 is 12, so that is 124 pence, and that divide that by 100, that is £1 and 24p. And that is the end of section A.